स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर नहीं है,
आएगा बाद में, अभी तो टाइम है। बीच बीच में हम जा रहे हैं, ठीक है, इधर बाहर बैठे हम जा रहे हैं।
Dear ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. I, Vivek Jain, Company Secretary of Manaksha Aluminium Company Limited, welcome you all to the 10th Annual General Meeting of the company. I hope that you and your family are doing well and all your loved ones are safe and in good health too. Praying that we all emerge out of this unprecedented situation as soon as possible and with good health. Now, I would like to inform you that in view of prevailing COVID-19 pandemic, taking into consideration the social distancing norm and distancing on movement of person at several places in the country, and pursuant to General Circular number 14/17/2020, dated April 8, April 13, and May 5, 2020, respectively, collectively referred to as MCA Circular, issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, read with SEBI Circular number 79, dated May 12, 2020, issued by Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI Circular, permitted the holding of annual general meeting through video conferencing, other audio-video means without the physical presence of member. In compliance with the provision of Companies Act, SEBI, the MCA Circular and SEBI Circular as amended, the AGM of the company is being held through VCOAVM, which does not require physical presence of member at common venue. Thereby, member attending this AGM through VCOAVM shall be counted for the purpose of reckoning the quorum under Section 103 of the Act. Further, I would like to inform you that in compliance with the above mentioned provision, the notice of AGM and the annual report has been emailed only to those shareholders whose email ID are registered with the company depository participant as on cutoff date, that is 28 August 2020. The notice dated 29 August 2020 along with the annual report is also be made available in the company's website of the stock exchanges where the shares of the companies are listed, that is National Stock Exchange of India Limited and BSE Limited, and on the website of NSDL respectively. Now, I would like to inform that Register of Director and KMP and the shareholding maintained under 170 of the Act, the Register of Contract or Arrangement in which Director are interested maintained under Section 189 of the Act, and the relevant document referred to in the notice is kept open and accessible electronically for inspection by the members during the continuance of the meeting on the website of the company. Further, the company, pursuant to the requirement of Section 108, read with Companies Management and Administration Amendment Rules 2015, has provided the remote e-voting facilities through NSDL to all the shareholders of the company as on the cutoff date of 17 September 2020 to cast their vote electronically from 9 a.m. Sunday 20th September 2020 to 5 p.m. Wednesday 23rd September 2020. Those members who are present in the meeting through VCOAVM facility and have not casted their vote on the resolution through e-voting and are otherwise not barred from doing so can vote through e-voting system during the continuation of the meeting. All the members who have joined this meeting has been kept muted by default to avoid any background noise and to ensure smooth conduct of the proceeding of the AGM. Once the question answer session start, the name of the shareholder will be announced in sequence who have registered themselves as a speaker to enable them to speak at the meeting. The speaker shareholder thereafter will be unmuted to speak. In order to give fair chance to all the registered speakers, we request you to complete your speech within maximum 3 minutes of time. The speaker who faces problem to join through video, they may opt to speak via audio mode only. If there is a connection error at speaker end, the next shareholder waiting in the queue will be asked to join. And once connectivity improve and time permit, the earlier shareholder will be given a chance to complete his or her speech. The shareholder who has raised their query on email upon consideration on relevancy of the queries shall also be reported with all other queries. Now I would like to inform you that Mr. Ajay Kumar Chakravarti, chairman of our company, has expressed his inability to join the meeting due to his health reason. Mr. Ajay Kumar Chakravarti, chairman of audit committee, has also authorized Mr. Chandan Amali, independent director and member of audit committee, to represent him in this meeting. Therefore, the board of directors has mutually elected Mr. Sunil Kumar Agarwal, managing director of the company, to chair this meeting. Now, I would request Mr. Sunil Kumar Agarwal, chairman of the meeting, to take forward the proceeding of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek. Thank you, Vivek. Dear fellow shareholders, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar and good afternoon. I express my gratitude towards the members of the board for electing me as a chairman for this meeting in absence of Mr. Ajay Kumar Chakravarti. I extend a heartiest welcome to all of you at the 10th annual general meeting of your company and express my thanks for your presence and participation. I, Sunil Kumar Agarwal, Managing Director of the company, attending this meeting from Kolkata. On behalf of board, I also welcome other members of the board. Mr. Deepak Bhattacharya, whole-time director of the company, attending this meeting from Kolkata. Mr. Anirudh Agarwal, non-executive director of the company, attending meeting from Kolkata. Mr. Chandan Amale, non-executive independent director of the company and chairman of Stakeholders Relationship Committee, attending meeting from Kolkata. Ms. Supriti Biswas, non-executive independent director and of the company and the chairman of Nomination and Remuneration Committee, attending meeting from the Kolkata. And Mr. Vineet Agarwal, he's not attending this meeting. So far, he's not attended in this meeting. I also welcome Mr. Ashok Agarwal, Chief Financial Officer of the company, who has joined us from Kolkata. Other attendees are the Mr. Hani Agarwal, partners of Mrs. Dangi Jain and Company, statutory auditor, Mr. Deepak Kumar Khetan, proprietor, Mrs. Deepak Khetan and Company, secretarial auditor, and Mrs. Mahat Todi from Mrs. Agarwal Tooth and Company, scrutinizer of the meeting. As per the confirmation provided by the company secretary, it is placed on the record that the requisite quorum for the conducting the meeting is present. As the requisite quorum is present, the meeting is declared as open. Dear shareholders, again welcome you 10th annual general meeting of your company. It is a pleasure to connect with all of you again, although this time we meet virtually. On behalf of Manaksha Aluminium Board of Directors, I want to thank you for taking the time out to join us today. Your support and confidence in us, even in the uncertain times like these, drive us to look for more ways to do more and create a better value. The untamed spread of COVID-19 virus over the past few months has caused unimaginable crisis across the globe, and it has compelled people all over the world to make changes in their ways of the working and living. Never before in recent history have we encountered a challenge of this dimension that has so profoundly impacted almost every human on this planet. As a player in the industry in these unprecedented times, we are looking at constructive ways and means of dealing with the situation, taking care of all our employees, stakeholders, and continuously focusing on the changing needs. There is no doubt that the task ahead will be daunting, though the Indian economy will face multi-dimensional challenges in the short term. It is certainly reassuring that our country remains one of the major economies in the world with huge potential. Your company manufactures two major products, mainly aluminium rolled products in coil and sheet form, and another is aluminium alloying nuts. Your company has vertically integrated certain parts of our operation across its product range. This has resulted in the reduction in the manufacturing cost, greater control on the quality, and on the expansion in the range of products. Now I'll give you some performance of the highlights of the company. It is with the steadfast focus on the keeping the customer needs at the center of everything that our company was able to deliver a good performance across its business despite a very difficult environment. The company reported a 2.06% increase in total revenue at rupees 281.29 crore as compared to rupees 275.6 crore during the year ended on March 31st, 2019. The company made a profit before tax of rupees 5.12 crores as against rupees 4.02 crores in the last financial year. There was an increase of rupees 1.09 crores in the profit before tax for this year. The profit after tax was rupees 5.71 crore against rupees 7.28 crore in the last financial year. The reason for the decrease in the profit after tax is because of more tax reversal for financial year 2018-19 than in the financial year 2019-20. The corporate tax rate was reduced from 30% to 25% in the financial year 2018 and 19, and from 25% to 22% in this financial year. There was an increase of production by 17.76% in this financial year as compared to production in financial year 2018-19 due to commissioning of our new cast coil unit in the month of December 2019 with an additional capacity of 7,800 metric tons per annum. There was also a jump in the sales quantity by 13% as against the last financial year 2018-19. We captured various new markets both in overseas and domestic market in this financial year. The major financial ratio were improved as against in the last financial year 2018-19, and your company will thrive to demonstrate the robustness of its business model with the healthy and annual performance of the year 2020-21, even in the pandemic situation of COVID-19. Given the current fluid situation, our company has implemented stringent cost control measures and looking at only business critical capital expenditures to conserve our financial resources and future strengthen our wherewithal to address any emerging situation. As I look forward, I wish and hope that the global effort in the fighting the pandemic bears some quick results and we are able to emerge out of these testing times and get back to leading our lives as usual. However, there is no doubt that this usual would be very different from what we have been used to, and this would call for an increased focus on adaptability on the part of the industry. I'm also glad to inform that your company has come under the ambit of corporate social responsibility from the current financial year, and your company will be investing in the social cause as per the CSR policy, which will be approved by the board. I'll just give you the economic overview. Global GDP growth. Global growth decelerated markedly in the for the year 2019-20 with the continued weakness in global trade and investment. This weakness was widespread, affecting both advanced and economies, particularly the European market and emerging market and developing economies. Bilateral negotiation between the United States and China since October 2019 resulted in a Phase 1 agreement. This comes after the prolonged period of rising trade dispute between the two countries, which has heightened policy uncertainty and weighed on international trade confidence and investment. Financial market sentiment improved appreciably towards the end of 2019, along with the elevation of trade tensions. Against this international context, global growth weakened to 2.4% in 2019, being the lowest rate of expansion since the global financial crisis. During 2019, there has been a decline in the price of the most of the commodities, mainly reflecting the deterioration in the growth outlook, especially that of the emerging markets, which tend to have a larger income elasticity of demand for commodities. Prices for most of the base metal weakened in the second half of 2019, primarily due to weaker global growth and trade tensions. The Indian economy witnessed a slowdown during for the year 2019-20, and the GDP stood at 4.2% as compared to 6.1% in financial year 2018-19. The sluggish growth is due to both endogenous and exogenous factors. Key indicators being lack of credit growth and demand in the market, leading to low growth in financial consumption, expenditure, decline in gross fixed capital formation, and export earnings. Another reason for this sluggish growth is due to poor showing by manufacturing and construction sector. According to World Bank, India's GDP growth in financial year 2020-21 is projected to be contracted sharply by negative 3.2%, which is likely to be lowest in many decades as the impact of COVID-19 pandemic materializes. Stringent measure to restrict the spread of virus, which heavily curtail activity, will contribute to contraction of economic growth. To improve the economic situation, government took measures to revamp the financial sector by increasing credit outflows by the banks and non-banking financial companies, which is NBFCs, reducing stress in real estate sector, liberalizing foreign direct investment norms, a significant cut in the corporate tax rate, easing tax rules for foreign portfolio investor and startups, and speeding up the resolution process under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. The COVID-19 pandemic imposed fresh challenges to economy in the fourth quarter of the financial year 2019-20. Steps taken to contain its spread, such as complete lockdown of the country, brought economic activities to the standstill and impacted consumption and investment. Reserve Bank of India has moved in a calibrated fashion to ensure conducive financial condition and normalcy in the functioning of the financial market and institutions. The initial efforts to provide the adequate system level liquidity and reflected in the sizable net absorption under the reverse repo operation. Several other measures are taken, include relaxation of CSR norms, rate cuts, granting moratorium for loans, enhancing working capital financing to assist the sectors and entities which are facing liquidity constraints. The government has come up with the targeted measures to ease the economic pain in the various sectors and announced overall economic revival package of INR 20 lakh crore. In case of micro, small and medium enterprises, Government of India announced INR 3 lakh crore collateral free loans, INR 20,000 crore subordinate debt for stressed MSMEs, 12 months moratorium with 100% credit guarantee cover along with changes in the definition of micro unit turnover up to INR 5 crore included. The impact of COVID-19 pandemic has created a significant volatility in the global economy and led to reduced economic activity. There have been extraordinary actions taken by international, federal, state, and local unit health and government authorities to contain and combat the outbreak of spread of COVID-19 in regions throughout the world, including travel bans, quarantine, stay at home orders, and similar mandates for many individuals to substantially restrict daily activities and for many business to curtail or assess or cease normal operation. The pandemic has resulted and may continue to result in significant economic disruption that has and likely to continue to adversely affect our business. The ultimate impact of the pandemic on our business results of operation and financial condition will depend on numerous evolving factors and future developments, including the ultimate duration, spread, severity, and repetitiveness of the outbreak, the ultimate extent of duration and its effect on the global economy, and how quickly and what extent normal economic and operating conditions resume. Consist with the actions taken by the Indian government authorities in late March 2020, our manufacturing operation were drastically reduced for a period of a time wide and order number 52 dated 26th March 2020 issued by the Office of the District Magistrate and Collector Purvo Medipur under the government of West Bengal, giving relaxation and instruction for operating. We resumed total production after the implementing strict social distancing norms and precautionary measures at our manufacturing facility and office as per the directive of state government, central government guidelines. Few of measures taken are as follows: thermal screening for all employees and visitors, sanitization of premises and vehicles on regular basis, maintenance of social distancing at all our workplaces, ensuring no mask, no entry policy, educating employees to wash their hands regularly, avoiding large groups or gathering at the workplace, asking all employees to install Arogya Setu app, restricting employees having any symptom of cold or fever to attend office, avoiding all the non-essential visitors at workplace, conducting regular awareness program for the employees. I'll just give a Aluminium Ministry global outlook. Now, global production grew by 2% for aluminium. Consumption declined by 10%, leading to surplus of 2.8 million tons. China production increased by 2%, consumption fell by 2%, consequently led to surplus of 0.5 million tons. World, except China, production grew by 1%, consumption dropped by 20%, causing a surplus of 2.3 million tons. Economic activity in gradually recovering. However, concerns remain. Global growth in projected in rebound to 5.4% year to year in 2021 as activity picks up. Extent of recovery will depend on recurrence of virus, government's monetary and fiscal response, extent of geopolitical tensions. Global production expanded by 1%, consumption contracted by 10%, leading to a surplus of 0.5 million tons. China production increased by 2%, consumption grew by 5%, consequently led to a deficit of 1.2 million tons. World, except China, production fell by 1%, consumption declined by 30%, including a surplus of 1.7 million tons. Aluminium flat rolled products demand for the automotive is showing month-on-month improvement in consumption towards pre-COVID levels, but the near-term viability remains limited. The demand of automotive body sheets in the US is currently quite as strong as major automotive OEMs have resumed operations in May and started rebuilding inventories. The European demand is slightly behind the US. However, the demand in the region is slowly picking up as major automotive OEMs restarts has already begun. I'll just give us some financial projection for the year 2020-2021. The company targeted turnover of more than 300 crore in financial year 2020 and 21. However, the first quarter was severely impacted due to Amphan cyclone and the lockdown in West Bengal. The company is now targeting to achieve the previous financial year turnover considering the pandemic situation, also to increase the profitability of the company and reduce cost. Following steps has been taken, like initiating steps of the cost reduction by curtailing certain costs like power and fuel, manpower, administration, and scheduled repair and maintenance. Taking steps to reduce the finance cost, rationalizing contractual and also employees to reduce manpower cost. And also the company is also focusing more on the value-added products. Your company is today at the important juncture as the investment made in the past to build the business demonstrate even larger promise to create sustained value for our shareholders and the nation. Your company agility, compassionate action, and adaptive capabilities during these trying circumstances demonstrate its timeless and enduring strengths. Undoubtedly, the short term will be immensely challenging as the crisis plays out its course. However, we remain optimistic that your company focus on top strategic priorities and superordinate national purpose will continue to create value for the country and its stakeholders. As I conclude, I truly appreciate the dedicated efforts of all our employees who have played a key role in building a strong, renowned organization, and their efforts in addressing the current evolving situation under the testing times is a source of inspiration. I also take this opportunity to thank all my colleagues on the board for their continued support and the guidance. I also thank all our shareholders for their continued trust on the entire Meenakshi Aluminium team. Since the annual report of the company is being with you, I consider the director reports, financial statements, and the auditor's report thereon, notice dated 29th August 2020, along with the extraordinary statement as read. Thereafter, I would like to read out the business set out in the notice of the meeting. Ordinary business as set out in the notice are: number one, to consider and adopt the annual audited financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2020 and reports of the board of directors and auditors thereon. Number two, to appoint a director in place of Mr. Sunil Kumar Agarwal, DIN 000917884, who retires by rotation at this annual general meeting and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Special business as set out in the notice is: number three, to reappoint Mr. Sunil Kumar Agarwal, DIN 000917884, as managing director of the company for a period of 3 years with effect from 23rd November 2020. Number four, to appoint Ms. Supriti Biswas, DIN 086713665, as non-executive independent director of the company for a period of 5 years with effect from 21st January 2020. Number five, to appoint Mr. Subhendu Shekhar Mohanty in 03523039 as non-executive independent director of the company for a period of 5 years with effect from 1st October 2020. Number 6, to appoint Mr. Deepak Bhattacharjee, DIN number 086653337 as whole-time director of the company for a period of 3 years with effect from 1st February 2020. Number 7, to ratify the remuneration of cost auditors for the financial year 2020-21. The shareholders in the sequence order as their name will be called out for the raise of their queries now. The detailed explanation regarding question answer session has already been informed by our company secretary. You are hence requested to keep your queries brief and in line with the just operations of the company. The queries will be answered once we listen to all the queries. Question answer session begin now.
Thank you, sir. Now we will begin our question answer session. The first speaker for the day is Mr. Joydeep Bakshi.
Okay.
Mr. Joydeep?
Mute me.
Mr. Joydeep, can you hear us? Yes, we can hear you. You can proceed with your query.
Yeah, photo is not coming, no? Video is not on. Good morning, Chairman, Board of Directors. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, Chairman, Board of Directors, and other fellow members. Myself, Jyoti Bakshi, connecting from Kolkata. Thanks to the Secretarial Department giving an opportunity to express my views. So what is the effect on business due to breakdown of supply chain of raw material and supply of finished goods? So our production and sale have risen. What is our new market penetration plans? So effect on business, industrial sector sluggish and economic slowdown. What are our plans for this? Are we planning for any new development or penetration into new areas? And regarding the payment status receivable from our different vendors, what are the status of this? And also regarding the foreign exchange earning and outgo, what is our R&D expenditure plans? And also the capex program for the coming 2 to 3 years. Sir, our products are indigenous and hope will support our government's move. And does it affect this Chinese product ban? Does it affect or increase our demand of our products in this market now? So nothing to add more. Best wishes to all who, with the honest and hope, company will overcome this adverse situation and move forward. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Nice meeting you.
Thank you, Mr. Bakshi. The next speaker for our day is Mr. Gatani.
Hello. Namaste.
We can hear you.
Gatani, a equity shareholder of Onexia start, sir. Onexia का shareholder था since the IPO, फिर उससे हम लोग को ये सब कंपनीज मिली, सर. Nice meeting you, chairman sir. सुनील जी, आपको एक स्पेशल नमस्ते. बहुत अच्छी तरह आप कंपनी चला रहे हो, सर. Thank you, Mr. Ashok Agarwal, CFO, making good accounts. विवेक जी आपको नमस्ते. आपसे पहली बार कल ही मिला हूं, सर. आपको एक वर्किंग भी मैंने बना के भेजा है. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है सर आपका स्माइलिंग पे। कभी आपसे मिलूंगा अभी सर। एंड सुनील जी, आप लोगों को इसलिए इतना लाइक करता हूँ ना सर, आप लोग चैरिटी, सीएसआर और फिलेंथ्रोपी में बहुत अच्छे तरह हाथ आपका खुला हुआ हाथ है सर। आई सपोर्ट ऑल द रेजोल्यूशन, लेकिन बीइंग ए सीए मैंने कुछ अकाउंट्स के पॉइंट बनाए हैं सर, कुछ पॉजिटिव जो मेरे को बैलेंस शीट में मिला। और कंपनीज प्रोडक्ट enjoy wide international acceptance and export to over 20 countries in Europe, North America, Middle East, Africa, Latin America, neighborhood continents, etc. Sir. Revenue from our operation was 28,129.54 lakhs compared to 27,560.80 lakhs, sir. Up by 2%. Very good, sir. मैं 3 मिनट में ही खत्म करूंगा। Promoter shareholding increased by 2.531% to 71.989%, sir. उसको 75 तक ले जाइए सर। करीब 3.02% बचा होगा, उसको 75 में ले जाइए एज पर सेबी गाइडलाइन सर। अपना फॉरेन एक्सचेंज अर्निंग 19212.63 lakhs. Outgo was 15829.44 lakhs. अपने नेट गवर्नमेंट को रुपया अर्न करके दे रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छी बात है सर। अपना क्लोजिंग कैश 51.80 lakh एज कम्पेयर टू रुपीज 20.61 lakh, ये भी बहुत अच्छा है सर। अब मेरे कुछ क्वेरीज है सर। कंपनी का मैं 2-3 चीज मेरे को जानने का बहुत उत्सुक है सर। अपना टर्नओवर बढ़ गया, लेकिन अपना प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स कम गया 584.12 लाख कंपेयर टू 732.59 लाख, 20% डाउन सर। क्या कारण है? कोविड तो लास्ट ईयर नहीं था, वो तो 10-11 जगह था, तो अपने कहाँ पर अपना माल प्रॉफिट नहीं है? क्या क्या रीजन है, मेरे को काइंडली बताइए सर। अपना स्टैट्यूटरी डिस्प्यूट है 862.63 लाख, तो उसका आज का स्टेटस बताइए सर। अपना नेट करंट बोरोइंग बुक बढ़ा है सर 1754.04 लाख फ्रॉम रुपीज 1339.03 लाख, 31% बढ़ा है। कौन क्या कैपिटल दूसरा में लगाए हैं? बस। आई सपोर्ट ऑल द रेजोल्यूशन। विवेक जैन जी, आपको वापस थैंक यू, आपने बहुत अच्छी तरह हम लोग को कोऑर्डिनेट किया, थैंक यू सर। आई सपोर्ट ऑल द रेजोल्यूशन। सुनील जी, कभी हम लोग को चाय पे बुलाइए सर, आपकी सारी कंपनीज में कभी कोविड खत्म हो जाए तो आपके साथ चाय पीने के लिए काइंडली बुलाइए सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, Mr. Gatani. The next speaker for the day is Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf.
हाँ जी
Mr. Santosh.
हाँ जी बोल रहा हूँ देखिए टेक्नोलॉजी की प्रॉब्लम और लाइन नहीं आ रही उधर दे रहा हूँ।
Sir, we can listen you. You can raise your query.
भाई आपका चेहरा दिखा रहा है, मेरा भी दिख लीजिए ना, थोड़ा तकलीफ क्या है, घर में बैठे हुए हैं तो
हाँ सर दिख रहा है आपका चेहरा, आप बोलिए।
अभी आया ना सर, जल्दी कर रहे हैं आप। अच्छा, माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, उपस्थित सदस्यगण, बोर्ड ऑफ मेंबर और मेरे शेयर भाइयों बहनों जो आज वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग के थ्रू अपने प्रेजेंट है, सर्वप्रथम सभी को मेरा नमस्कार सर। आशा करता हूँ आप सब स्वस्थ होंगे, आपके जितने स्टाफ है सब स्वस्थ होंगे, जितने मैनेजर स्टाफ है स्वस्थ होंगे, जितने अपने फैक्ट्री में काम करने वाले कर्मचारी स्वस्थ होंगे, जितने वेंडर वो भी स्वस्थ होंगे, उनकी फैमिली भी अच्छे से होगी सर। तुमसे वहां से प्रार्थना करता हूँ आगामी पूजा के अंदर में, दीपावली के अंदर, भैया दूज के ऊपर में, और जो है क्रिश्चियन के बड़े दिन के ऊपर में स्वस्थ रहे और अच्छे से रहे सर। कि कोविड की महामारी आई है, कुछ तकलीफ जरूर दे रही है, कि हमको नेगेटिव की सोच को खत्म करके पॉजिटिव भी सोचना चाहिए सर। क्या कोविड की बीमारी आई है बोल के आज हम आपसे वीडियो कॉल में मीटिंग में बात कर सक रहे हैं सर। अदरवाइज वहाँ नेशनल लेवल में जाके बात करना बड़ा मुश्किल था, मेरे साथ अटेंड भी नहीं किया था कभी कोई आपकी मीटिंग में स्कूल होने के बाद में। इसके बाद में दूसरी बात यह है कि आज वीडियो कॉल की मीटिंग है बोल के, कोविड आया बोल के आज सबको अपने घर में अपने बच्चों के साथ समय बिताने का मौका मिला नहीं। अदरवाइज हम घर में रहते नहीं, सुबह से शाम तक कंपनी के काम में दौड़ते रहते पैसा कमाने के चक्कर में, लेकिन भगवान ने मौका दिया था हमें कि भी कुछ घर में रहो, कुछ बच्चों के साथ में बिताओ, बीवी के साथ में बिताओ, आनंद से रहो। उस मौके का भी फायदा आप लोग ने उठाएगा, मैंने तो उठा भी रहा हूँ, मैं भी घर से बोल रहा हूँ। और सर मैं आपके कहना एक लेटर भेजा था, आशा करता हूँ मिल गया होगा। रात में मैंने काफी देर से एक लेटर बना के भेजा था, उसमें मैंने कॉस्ट कटिंग के बारे में पूछा था कि क्या स्टेप उठा रहे। उसमें मैंने डायरेक्टर लोग और आपके जो मैनेजर हमारे विवेक जी, इनके भी जो है सैलरी कटिंग के बारे में मैंने कहा था कुछ कटिंग की जाए कोविड पीरियड के लिए। तो लिखा था मैंने सर, एक सर मैंने महिला एम्प्लॉय के लिए लिखा था कि आपके टोटल 313 एम्प्लॉय हैं, तो उसके अंदर में फीमेल कितने हैं, डिसेबल कितने हैं और कितने सर, उसका फिगर नहीं दिया, अगले साल से दीजिए सर, जिससे पता लगा कि हम फैक्ट्री में फीमेल एम्प्लॉय को कितना महत्व दे रहे हैं सर। ये आज के फीमेल एम्प्लॉय को लेबर मिनिस्टर अभी एक्ट पास हो गया कि फैक्ट्री में काम कर सकती है, सब जगह काम कर सकती है, कमांडर ऑफिसर बन रही है सर, फाइटर प्लेन चला रही है, और हमारी फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर कोविड के टाइम में भी उन्हीं को मोदी जी ने बना रखा, चेंज नहीं किया, इसको लोग फाइटिंग के लिए उनको भी आगे कर रखा है सर। आज लोग महिला को चांस देंगे सर, इस सब अप्लाई भी हम आशा करते हैं आप क्या होंगे, ये तो उनको सब चांस दिए सर। अपने बहुत जगह है, डिस्पेंस की जगह है, पेटेटर की जगह है, बिल की जगह, कहीं भी आपको उसको मौका इन सब में ज्यादा कुछ नहीं दूंगा। आपका जो ये डिस्प्यूट केस के बारे में घटाने ने कहा कि 2006 से पेंडिंग है, उनके बारे में देखिए, ये अपनी गवर्नमेंट की 2 स्कीमें, सबका विश्वास विश्वास, इसमें कोई अगर निकलता कोई रास्ता कर लीजिए सर के पास। और सर आज जो वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग है उसमें कितने अटेंडेंस भी बता दीजिएगा सर। और सर लास्ट जो फिजिकल मीटिंग हमने किए थे उसका टोटल खर्चा कितना था, जिसमें हमने एनुअल रिपोर्ट जमाने की नोटिस भी करनी पड़ती है। इसके अलावा जो बाहर से कल करते हैं, बाहर से डायरेक्टर आते होंगे, उनके रहने का, आने का, जाने का खर्चा सभी देता है। तो बताइएगा सर, आज ये वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग हो रही है, इसका कितना खर्चा आएगा? कि मैं ये जानना चाहूंगा कि अगर वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग लोग करते हैं तो कंपनी को इतना पैसा बचे, कंपनी को जो पैसा बचे हमारे ग्रोथ के रूप में हमें डिविडेंड मिलेगा। और सर मैं ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा, आशा करता हूँ अगले साल भी अपने वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग में मिलेंगे। ये बहुत ईजी सर, हेडेक नहीं है, हमारे विवेक जी को कोई हेडेक नहीं आता, जाके एक दिन पहले देखना पड़ता उनको कि नेशनल लाइन में अरेंजमेंट ठीक है कि नहीं है, माइक ठीक है कि नहीं है, फिर किसको किसको खबर करनी है, तो वो हेडेक नहीं सर, घर से बैठे अपना अरेंजमेंट कर रहे हैं सर। है तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको समय देने के लिए, और फिर एक बार भगवान से सबकी स्वस्थ की कामना करता हूँ, तो प्रार्थना करता हूँ भगवान आप सभी को खुशी रखे। अपने भी जितने भी रिलेटेड अपने पर्सन है, मैं अलग अलग बोलूंगा, काफी समय लगेगा, कंपनी के वेंडर, रिलेटेड वर्कर, उनकी फैमिली जो भी है, सबको भगवान को खुशी रखे, हंसी रखे। कोविड की चीज जल्दी कट जाएगी, लेकिन बढ़िया है, डिजिटलाइज होगा, डिजिटल का यूज करिए। जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय श्री राम के साथ अपना भक्ति स्वभाव करता हूँ, और आप सबको एक बार फिर नमस्कार करता हूँ।
Thank you, Mr. Saraf. Our next speaker for the day is Mr. Amit Kumar Banerjee. Mr. Banerjee?
Yes, please. I'm now entering. Thank you. Good afternoon to all of you present. Such a wonderful occasion. Our company, Maneksha Aluminium Company Limited. I thank you, our company secretary, Mr. Bibek Jain, also for doing such a cordial relationship with us also. Sir, once again, I thank for giving me an opportunity to speak such a wonderful platform, the video conferencing today organized by our company. It is our 10th annual general meeting of the company. As regards the performance is concerned, sir, it appears as visible
Mr. Banerjee?
I'm sorry, sir. Hello.
Sir, there is a connectivity problem from your end. You can speak.
No,
you can,
sir. I'm already actually some phone calls are already came. And this is the main problem. I can't switch off about the phone calls. And this is the main problem comes on my part. Sir, as regards the revenue is the performance is concerned, total revenue, it was increased during this year about 284 crores of rupees. Profit after tax stood with a tune around 584.12 crores. EPS also 0.89. Sir, what is the my goodness, I'm sorry.
Sir, you can continue.
Really
with your
unhappy.
query. You can continue with your query.
I'm really unhappy that continuous phones are coming. Anyhow, what steps taken to improve the profitability of the company? What is the reward of shareholders, minority shareholders? Long years we are not getting any dividend. Yes, it is said that the promoters holding 69.458% to 71.98%. It is increased during this year. Is a good message to the investors community. Thank you. Sir, I have a feelings to say, some observations, some questions about that. What's the return on asset? Return on capital employed? Kindly share your views. Also, research and development cost to sales. Also, kindly share about the capital expenditure plan for upcoming next 3 years. I hope under this scheme of management, our company will grow up, maintain development and prosperity of our company, giving a strategic move with better results year ahead. One thing, keeping in mind minority shareholders rewarding policy, we are not getting any dividend. Last but not least, for the team of the members for smooth conducting meeting today organized by our company. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Amit Banerjee. Over to you, sir, for the proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. Banerjee. We thanks all the speaker who participated with us today in the meeting. Since there is no more speaker, now I request our chairman to reply to the queries of the shareholders.
Thank you. I would like to express my thanks to our shareholders for their keen interest in the affairs of the company and also for the suggestions and advice to the management. I would now reply to the queries. Some of the queries I may not be able to reply because of time constraint, all the points, but widely I think I covered and prepared your reply. There was a very good question raised by Mr. Gitani that why our profitability has dropped. So I'd like to just appraise you, sir. If you go through our financial, you will notice that the profit before taxes increased to 512 lakhs from 402.71 lakhs in the financial year, which is a jump of 27% against the last financial year, but the net profit decreased 20.26%. The reason for the same due to more reversal of the deferred tax liability in the year 2018-19 than in the year 2019-20. The corporate tax has reduced to 25% from 30%, in financial year 2018-19 from 25% to 22% in financial year 2019-20. Secondly, I think some of the shareholders raised why our borrowing has increased. There was an increase our non-current borrowing because of availment of the term loan of our new project, which is Cluster 3. So that is the reason our non-current borrowing has gone up. And next is for the cost cutting. For the cost cutting, company has taken a lot of steps during this pandemic time. Now we are trying to achieve maximum capacity utilization. Fortunately, our order books are quite good. Number 2, implementation of cost-effective administration measure. Number 3 is focusing on reduction of power and fuel cost, which our people are focusing, and lastly they are working mainly on power fuel to cut down the cost. Revamping of all our major machines, that there is no breakdown in the production. And finally, also we are doing a lot of brainstorming to reduce our finance cost also. And one thing I can tell you that during pandemic, our key managerial person and directors, even we have voluntarily reduced our remuneration by 30% during this lockdown period. COVID-19 definitely there's impact. I would say most of the industry is impacted due to COVID, and especially the first quarter was not very good, especially till June. Like from COVID, then there was a natural calamity of Amphan in West Bengal. So due to all these reasons, our plant was practically, we won't be able to operate in full capacity. But from quarter 2 onwards, the things has improved, and we are very much hopeful that we are going to achieve at least turnover what we have achieved last year, if not more. And regarding the team, I mean, some of the shareholders have raised how much we have a male and female and disabled employee. Company has a well-balanced team, and that's what I can tell you. And regarding expenses, one of the shareholders, I think Mr. Saraf, has raised how much is the cost last year versus today, current in virtual meeting. So I can tell you that company has not compromised on any aspect of the AGM, and we are maintaining all norms, and so and the expenses, whatever we are doing, I think that will be published in our website also. Let me just see any of the points which. And return on the capital employed, it was in 2018, it was 3.95%. In 2019, it was 8.67%, and in 2020, it was 9.46%. I think the majority of most of the questions I think I've covered, and now I would like to inform you that those members who are present in the meeting through VC or AVM facility and have not cast their votes on resolution through e-voting can vote through e-voting system during the continuance of the meeting. The company has appointed Mrs. Agarwal Todi and Company Chartered Accountant as scrutinizer for the AGM to scrutinize the e-voting in fair and transparent manner. The consolidated results of the e-voting along with the scrutinizer's report on the resolutions contained in the notice will be declared within 48 hours from the conclusion of this AGM and will also be available on the website of the company and the website of NSDL, and the same shall also be submitted to the stock exchanges that the shares of the company are listed within the stipulated time. The shareholders also can view the scrutinizer report at the official website of the National Stock Exchange of India Limited and BSE Limited. Further, the results will also be placed on the notice board of the company at the registered office. Now, I would like to express my gratitude to all our shareholders for attending the annual general meeting and actively participating in the meeting. Pray for safety for all our members and for their families during this tough time. Good wishes for upcoming festival season on behalf of your company. Here we conclude our 10th annual general meeting through VC or OAVM. Means I thank you and stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Anirudh Agarwal, Director of the company, to give vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of my colleagues on the board, I wish to express our sincere thanks to all the shareholders who stood by us during the last 10 years. I deeply appreciate all our workforce for their resilience and continued support and trust. I also take this opportunity to thank my board. Finally, and the entire company, I would like to thank our shareholders for support and patience. I would like to share with you that your company is moving with intense focus on targets and deliverables, and I am confident that the hard work of the entire team, your unwavering support, your company will reach new horizons in the period to come. I conclude here with a special vote of thanks to each one of you and assure you that next year we will be coming with even better results. Hope you all and your family members are safe, healthy. Wish you all a happy festive season. See you all next year. Thank you.